Hi, time to do a planning video. Very excited. You guys have been requesting it, and it is high time that we caught up on planner stuff on this channel. So I will be doing a page by page flip through in my beautiful, beloved binder planner. You guys know I love this technique, and I've been planning in a binder for a long time. So I'm going to give you an updated flip through because I've changed my system a little bit and it's working really well. But before that, I'm so excited. So excited because I finally have a huge update. My planner ebook has launched. I am so excited, so happy. Did I mention I'm excited? This book has been about a year in the making. I spent so much time just writing it and rewriting it because I wanted it to be all of my absolute best tips and tricks on not just how to plan, but also how to be more productive and to manage your time, because I just get the most questions on that out of anything. And I feel you guys, like it's such a struggle to just know how to use your time because we all need more hours in the day. So this is 64 pages of all of my best tips and tricks, every single little detail of my own planning system, which honestly feels like a weight off of my shoulders to finally get to share it with you because I've been struggling. There's a lot of it that just doesn't work to show on video. So as much planner videos as we do around here, I've always been kind of struggling to share like my whole system. So I go into absurd detail on that in this ebook, and I just feel so happy that I finally got to share that with you, as well as just literally every tip I have on the subject. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful ebook. I turned my light off, so hopefully you're able to see it a little bit better. But it's just beautiful. It's in this like very calming blue color scheme that makes me feel like I can do this, I can manage my time, I can plan my whole life. And I'm so fortunate to work with an incredibly talented graphic designer, Lisa Lee, and I will tag her on Instagram because she designed this beauty, and it just goes perfectly with the beauty ebook if you already own that. So I'm just so happy. I don't want to take up our whole time talking about this, but I'm going to tell you quickly what is involved with this. Like I said, 64 pages of goodness. It's broken into 3 sections. So the first section is basically about kind of the mindset shift that needs to happen for you to be able to plan your life in a way that's doable. You can follow through on it. You feel calm, you feel in control of your time, things like that. The second section is literally just planning steps, tips, and tricks for where on your calendar to write everything down, where on a physical planner, how to use digital planners, things like that, where the two can kind of balance out. The third section just is fully tips and tricks, productivity hacks, everything from like getting up early to making more use of your time at work to fully relaxing when you're not working, things like that. Exact steps to take when you're totally overwhelmed. Basically, I've just taken all of the questions I've gotten from you guys over the years and truly written little blurbs to each thing. So if you have questions like, what do I do when I literally don't know where to start? I've got you covered. And then the last thing is a section on just how to get it all done. Like, I know we're all so busy working, moms, maybe you're a wife or a sister or a friend. Like, we all just have so many different roles in our lives. We're all boss babes trying to get it all done, and it really is so overwhelming. So I have a whole section on that. Everything I know in my heart and mind on this subject, I have poured into here with so much love for you guys, because I really just want this to empower you to feel in control of your time, in control of your days, and how you're using everything. Because when it comes down to it, time is our most precious resource. We can always get more money, we can always get more stuff, but you can't get time back. Like, once time passes, it's gone. So to me, the wonderful thing about planning is it just allows you to use your time purposefully in a way that makes you feel calm and in control and excited for life. I love planning ahead for life. So all of that is covered in here and more. I want to sit here and read you every word of it because I'm just so excited. We talk about perfectionism. We talk about procrastination. I know it's a big one for me and so many other people. I also work from home, as a lot of you guys know, so we have tips for working from home or just motivating yourself if you don't have that kind of accountability built into your life. I also tell my whole story of how I journeyed to #planner peace. I know a lot of people have asked about kind of like my history with planners. I have tried them all. I'm such a planner girl. I love it. But as you know, I've landed on this binder planner, so I talk about my whole system, everything I've tried and how I got where I'm at. I don't think the same system works for everybody, but I thought learning kind of what I've tried might help you figure out what would work best for you. I also go into the exact balance of physical planning versus digital planning that works for me personally. I think there's a lot of power in writing something down by hand. Something about it just like journeys from your hand all the way up to your brain, into your heart, and you like get your to-do list done so much better when it's written on actual paper. That said, there are so many modern conveniences of this day and age. Like, look at this beautiful iPad I'm holding with this beautiful ebook on it. So I do think we should take advantage of both digital planning and paper planning. And so I go in detail on how I like to balance those two and ideas for how you could do that. We have supplies lists, we have talk about habit trackers and building new habits, priorities, lists, stick-it notes, what to do when you're overwhelmed, what to do when you're sick, what to do during the holidays, how to plan with your family to balance your partner or your kids' schedules with your own schedules and keeping everything on the same page. Literally what to do when you can't sleep because your mind is racing. I know we've all been there when there's just like, so much that you need to do. So all of my specific techniques for handling all of these life situations are more poured into here. I just really wanted this to be an amazing resource for you guys. So I'm so excited to finally be launching it. It is beautiful. I think you will feel just like soothed as you read the beautiful design and also just words from me to you with so much love, because I do wish for you guys to have the perfectly planned life of your dreams, and it can be done. It takes some steps and some strategy. That's why we have all these tips and tricks here, and I'm just so excited to share it with you guys. So I will have a link to this. It'll be in my shop online. You can also get my beauty book if you're interested in that kind of self-care, feel good, treat yourself kind of mindset. And now we also have the how to like master your life, your to-do list, your schedule, your calendar, your time. So again, ultimately you can treat yourself, because I think it really comes down to making more time to be better to ourselves. Like, especially we women have a tendency to put ourselves at the end of our to-do list. And I really want to empower you guys to start putting yourself at the top of your to-do list, because you deserve it and you will be able to help others and fill all of your other roles so much better once you do that. So I get really excited and passionate about this topic. I hope you'll check it out, and it would mean a lot to me if you support my channel by purchasing the ebook if you are interested. So like I said, I'll put the link down below. I'm so flustered and excited, but let's get into the other point of this video, which is to spend some time with this beauty, and I want to show you some amazing updates. So I'm going to switch the camera and do the page-by-page flip through. All right, here she is, my binder planner beauty. If you've seen any of my videos, you've heard all about this, but it is a binder from Target that's very, very hard to find. Check out some of my other videos for information, but it's just this gorgeous fabric covered pink binder, and I really love using it as a planner. And I've made some updates. So one thing I did was get these gorgeous, like marble printed file folders, like actual hanging file folders, and they have this pink border. I'll put a link. These are just from Amazon. And what I did was take the hanging file folder and cut it down to a divider size. So I just literally used a wire cutter to get that hanging file thing off the edges. And then I traced a divider and just cut it down to size. And the reason I did that was partially because this is beautiful and I wanted it as a divider. Also, I wanted the flexibility of having these types of tabs for my divider tabs. And I wanted something big enough that it would cover like laminated pages and sheet protected pages and be wider than all the pages in my binder, because I find average dividers aren't really wide enough. So that was a really simple DIY and I'm loving it. It's kind of like a new dashboard for my space, so it's really pretty when I open this up. And on this side I have these gorgeous little Cinderella clips that I got from a friend. I just love them. I have a picture from our wedding. And in this pocket, I've actually placed a zipper pin pouch. So in the past, I've had this just in my 3-ring binder, but I found it kind of worked well to just put it in the pocket and I can access all of my pins on the go. I also just cut a size of that file folder paper to keep it like more steady so it didn't flop around. And also because it looks pretty and it matches the pages, so I love that. And my essential pins on the go are these pastel erasable highlighters. These are like my favorite thing ever. I just love them. They're by the Friction brand. I also have a mechanical pencil because I love to write in pencil. The key word here is like erasing. I like to erase things. I like to change my mind. I like to change my plans when I have to. So just a pink mechanical pencil. I also have a dry erase marker, which we will see why soon, but I like this because it's an ultra fine tip. So you can write with it almost like a pen. It's not like a true marker. It's more of like a pen, felt tip pen sort of type. And then I got this also as a gift from a friend here, and I really like this pen. It's called Play Color K, and one end is like a nice fine tip, felt tip pink pen, and the other end is a pink marker. So I just have been loving this, and I'll show you how I'm using this. So like I said, I'm loving these file folders as dividers because I can write on the tabs, I can rearrange them, I can use all of these spaces to make more dividers. And it really works because I like to have a lot of sections. I like to change up the sections like based on what's going on in my life. So the first section in here is for my miracle morning routine. And that's something I have videos on if you want to check it out. But basically it's a whole set of like feel good things you can do in the morning to start your day off right. So in here I have my vision board, which is really like a kind of like a mood board for the year. I have a video on how I make this. It's like a collage of all the stuff that I want to feel and achieve in the year. So I like to spend some time looking at that and visualizing on that every morning. I also made these individual visualization pages, each one for a different topic, like for my dream car that I'm trying to manifest. And I even went so far as putting like the air freshener that I want to hang in my car, or like the bumper sticker I want to put on it. So every morning I'll spend some time picturing like the car that I want to have. Or like travel and experiences that I want to have. I've got a page dedicated to that. And it's literally so simple. It's just a piece of printer paper. I like glue on pictures of what I want to visualize and stick it in a page protector. And that way I can change it out based on, you know, what I'm thinking about for the year. Or just as far as random things. Then once I do get the thing that I've been visualizing, I'll check it off with a dry erase marker. Just kind of feels good, like, okay, I've like pictured getting new headphones and I got them. So just a little technique that has been helping my mornings be more fun. Then I also have some pages of affirmations, and the way I like to do these is just handwrite them. And again, I have a different page for different topics. So like here's a page of health related affirmations. Here's a page of like staying on my schedule. One for running. So I won't necessarily go through these every single day, but I might just say like, okay, today I really am not feeling good about my run, so I'm going to try and boost my like feelings about that with these positive affirmations. Or I really want to like focus on gratitude for health today, or whatever it is. I can kind of pick the day that applies to how I'm feeling. And my next section here is my control journal. So if you've seen a past video, I used to have a whole binder devoted to my control journal, which is a technique from the Fly Lady, who is a housekeeping guru that I really recommend. She is amazing. And it's basically your routines, your cleaning schedule, everything like that. I have recently really simplified and streamlined mine down to just be a section in my other binder instead of its own binder around my house. So I have this laminated page that has my morning, my midday, and my evening routines. And these are basically like household tasks that ideally I would do every single day. Sorry, these laminated pages are getting a little glare on them from my light. But basically, these are tasks I would do every single day, and I check them off as I go through my day with a dry erase marker. If there's something I don't get to, I just put a little line through it, and if there's a lot of days in a row where I'm skipping something, then I know, okay, I really need to prioritize that. But otherwise, it's just kind of a way to sort of check off what I try to do to keep our house running the way I like it. So that's my daily checkoff sheet. And then I also have sheets for certain other chores throughout the week. So once a week, I like to do like a reset of the house where I refill soaps and things that might be empty, and I like refresh the towels and the laundry and take care of those kinds of like once a week chores. So the way I did this was just write in the day at the top, and I have those things that I like to get done and I check them off as I go. Then I have the actual like cleaning, which I need to get done. I have planning tasks I like to do once a week so I can check those off. I have like self-care beauty tasks I like to do once a week and check off throughout the week. and things to set us up for the next week. And the last task being to reset all of this. So I will wipe off all of the dry eraser from throughout the week and start fresh with these clean sheets. And I love that because I'm not constantly reprinting it and wasting paper, and it's just an easy way to keep my schedule going. Then the next tab is my actual planner section. So I don't know why it took me so long. I finally had the brainwave to laminate my habit tracker. And all of the pages in this section are part of a planner printable that I have for sale in my shop if you want to check that out. But this is the habit tracker, and I just laminated it because these are all of my like office tasks that I try to do every day, like getting back to emails, getting back to comments, doing things for specific clients, stuff like that. So I try to check it all off all week, but if there's something that I don't get to, at least I have a visual sense of what I might be neglecting. Then I have this month's calendar printed out, and on this page I like to just write in places I physically have to be, or calls I physically have to be on, or things like that, my running schedule. So I can just see at a glance, like, wow, that's a lot of ink. I see I have like 1 day, 2 days with nothing, like nowhere I have to be. So I know those are days that I can take advantage of. Then I have what I kind of consider my bird's eye view for the week. So on this side, I write in those places I have to be, things I have to do, calls, etc. And on this side, I put my to-do list and the day that I'm hoping to get something done. And something I've been loving for this is that pen I showed you, where this side is a pink pen, so it feels fun to write in a pink pen. And then I love checking off my to-do list with this pink marker. Like, see how bold my checks are? It feels all the more productive because I'm like, ooh, I made a big check mark. So this pen has been like giving me fun to-do list vibes. I don't know. Then each day of the week gets its own page so that I can really zoom in on where I have to be when, what I have to do, and check it off as I go through the day. And I fold these pages and then reuse them as scrap paper. And I just keep the schedule going through the day. And then the nice thing about printing your own planner is you don't have to have a page for every single day of the year. So for instance, this weekend, I'm gonna take a little break from like planning and just kind of try and enjoy the weekend. So I don't have any pages printed out for Saturday and Sunday. Then the next section is finances, and this is where I keep my spreadsheets of bills. I have a freebie of this spreadsheet and a whole video on how I do my budgeting if you want to check that out. But basically throughout the month, I check off my bills as they get paid, and I track everything to make sure we aren't late on any of our bills or anything like that. And I have all the previous months in here too, so I can look back and say, like, how much was our gas bill last winter? Then I have a section for health, and the main thing in here right now is my running schedule that I'm following for my half marathon that I'm training for. I'm so excited and scared. And I'm following the Hal Higdon method, which is a free training program. Some of you have been asking me about that. I recommend checking him out. And I also want to put a tracker in here for tracking just like recurring doctor's appointments, like when I go for my checkup, when my husband goes for his checkup, when we go to the dentist, things like that. So I haven't really figured out how to track that yet, but hopefully I'm going to put some kind of sheet in here to keep an eye on those kinds of appointments that need to happen like once a year or whatever. Then I have a holiday section, and this is a really good example of how you can tailor your planner to whatever's going on in your life currently or in the world currently. Like, we're heading into the holiday season and it's gonna get crazy. So it has its own section, and I'm really enjoying that. And this was something I was hoping to show in my last video, but I didn't have time in that video, so I'm happy to show you now. I just made a really simple bucket list, handwritten. I just kind of had fun with it, used some cute colored pens, and I wrote down everything I want to do for this season. And I'm planning to start making just a sheet like this for each season to help me slow down, savor the season. Lord knows I have so much stuff planned already. This is a chance to just set aside some time to do something fun that makes me feel in the moment, and then still get the fun of checking it off. So I have my fall bucket list, including like movies I want to watch to be in the fall spirit. I have my winter bucket list with like Christmas stuff I love to do. So that's gonna be a fun way for me to track those things. And I didn't want to overthink it with like a printable and lamination and all that stuff. Like, it's just a simple handwritten list, and I just love writing things down. I also have this in here. This is the Holiday Control Journal from the Fly Lady. It's a free printable from her, and I love this for planning out all of my holiday festivities and meals and like things to decorate and gifts to buy and stuff like that. Then I have a section for coaching. I take some life coaching clients actually as a perk through my Patreon. So I'm not going to go into that section. That's private for the girls that I'm working with, but that's how I track their goals and helping them to follow through on the things they're trying to achieve with their life. And then this last section is just plain old, good old paper. And then at the back, I just have a piece of craft paper I laminated kind of as a protector because I find the back pages get really bent. So this keeps these pages from getting a crease in them. And then I also have this sheet in the back that has various stick-it notes. So if I just need a stick-it note, I can peel one off and use it as I go. And that is everything in my binder planner right now. It's a lot. It lives on my desk or on my kitchen counter, wherever I need it. I don't necessarily take it with me places, but it is a really functional tool for planning at home or at your office or wherever you might be. And I do have a whole step-by-step technique in here for how to create your own binder planner or your own planner system if that's something that you've been kind of struggling to fine tune. So definitely check out the ebook for more, but I'm trying to get as much in my videos as I can. It's just a lot of ground to cover. As you can see, this is a very deep topic and you can really shape it to be anything you want. That's why I have all these different sections in my binder, and yours would probably look totally different depending on what your life has going on. But that's where it all is for now. All right, so you are totally up to date and in the know on all the techniques I'm using in this beautiful binder planner right now. And if you get the ebook, you will be completely in the know on every single secret and hack that I have for planning and productivity and time management and all that good stuff, and have wanted to share with you guys for truly years now, and I just haven't been able to find a way to share it in video form. I'm a writer by trade, so when I'm writing you guys essentially a 64-page love letter about how to get every single squeeze all of the juice out of every moment of your day, that's when I feel the best. So I'm just so happy that that's out there for you guys. I'm so happy that we got to spend some quality time with this beauty. And I just love every time you and I and everybody on this wonderful channel gets to hang out. So hit subscribe if you haven't joined our family here yet. It's such a fun, wonderful place. I'm so grateful for all of you. And I do, as the introduction to this book says, I do truly wish that all of your plans will come true, because you absolutely deserve to plan amazing things for yourself and have them come true, and you can do it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.